And I also have my big aquarium decoration, to where it has tons of room to stay away from the other fish, and they are already pretty big, so I don't really think that's going to be too big of a problem. But we have two baby mollies. One looks like this, and yeah, I know the picture wasn't that great, but it's kind of hard to because they're always zipping around. And the other one, it's really hard to get a picture. I've been trying to get a picture for a good while, and yeah, I just can't get a picture. But it looks kinda like this, but with black spots all around it. But we finally had pregnant mollies. Now, as of right now, it is Halloween, and the reason I haven't posted in a while is because my turtle Squirt passed away. He was my favorite turtle, and it was just pretty bad. Just, I don't know, I kept dreading the video that I would have to explain it and all that, but there's not really much to say about it except just explain it. And so what happened was, okay, so I have a turtle named Squirt, or had. He looked like this. He was around, like, hard to put it, around this big. He was very small. He was a very small, spiny, soft-shell turtle. He was very cute. He was so fun to, like, handle, and, you know, it was just really cool. And he had, like, the tiny nose. You know, he was classic soft-shell turtle. He was awesome. I loved him. Anyways, he unfortunately one day he had a really bad blood blister, and I looked at blood blisters on soft-shell turtles. I researched it for a good hour. I found out it was shell rot. Now, shell rot is something that is kind of like, it's hard to put it. It's more or less an infection that you get when there is just multiple reasons why you can get it. Some of it is in your genes. Some of it, there's just all kinds of stuff for shell rot. It works with turtles, snakes, and frogs. Now, my turtle had this, and I looked it up. I looked up how to do surgery, everything. And it told me what to do. I was like, okay, I gotta do this. I got my surgery stuff, I laid it out, I got everything, and I made the incision on the blood blister. I didn't want to film then, I was just worried about saving my turtle. And so I made the little cut and got all the blood out. Now, I was so happy. I got all the blood out. And it was like all fine. For a good while, everything was good. Still a little worrisome because, you know, he had shell rot, and it's really hard to recover from shell rot. And anyways, sorry, it's really hard to recover from shell rot. So we were all worried, and so the surgery went good. Everything was fine. Nothing really happened. It got a little worse, and then like 2 hours later, my cousin goes in there, flips Squirt, and looks at him. He goes, "Nolan, come here." And his blood blister starts filling up. And it'll fill up till it gets to a certain point, and then it'll just ush out. It'll fill up. It just kind of like filled up, then it ushed out. Filled up, ushed out. And it was just like really bad. He was bleeding out practically. So I was like, I don't know what to do. Okay, so I just like held that little cut, and he was fine for throughout the night. And then later on, the next morning, next day, around, I think it was 1:30 something, I looked over and he wasn't breathing. Now, if you flipped him over, he had this like a little weird little thing that would always kind of like beat when his heart was beating. And you could always tell when he was like breathing hard. He would open his mouth to breathe through his mouth when he was like breathing hard. So I could tell. I looked over and I saw his him kind of opening his mouth, and it was kind of scaring me because he was breathing. That means he's breathing hard and a little scary. And then I saw him stop, and I went over, flipped him over, and he wasn't doing anything. Now, with most mammals and animals, and reptiles, you're supposed to find their chest, and you're supposed to do light compressions. You do like however many you do, like, really depends, but I did mine like you would do a human. Every 3 seconds you would do a compression, and so I did that and kept doing it, and I was just like trying to get him to stay, and I would do it about like a minute maybe, and he would like come back. He would finally take a deep breath, and I would see his chest fill up, and he would like go, and then he would just stop, his mouth closed, and he would go lifeless again. So I kept going and just kept chest compression, just trying to get this turtle back to life. And it was a really scary, just because I know he's not gonna be able to be back. It's just kind of like one of those things. It's hard to accept defeat, and so I was like, okay. I flipped him over to look at his back, see if, like, I forgot what it was, I don't know, and I just flipped him over. I see a huge cut on his back. Now let me keep in mind, this was like a 2-inch turtle. It's like this big. I saw a cut on him about this big, almost half his size. Like, it was a huge rip or cut on his back. It was very bad, and he was bleeding out of there. And this was all at my grandma's house, and because I took him over there to show to my cousin, and I'm sitting there doing chest compressions, and like the back started bleeding real bad, but my hand is just covered in blood. Keep doing chest compressions, and I got him to come back like around like I think I got him to come back like 20 times. He would keep coming back, but he would lose again. Now the most like breaths I saw him take was 5. That was like some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I saw him like take those deep breaths, and I was like that 5th one was like, I saw how like big of a breath that was. I knew he wasn't making it. I saw how like that it was just like such a big breath, and then he closed his mouth slowly and just like, and then he stopped. And after that, I just kept doing chest compressions for like 20 more minutes. And once an animal or something like that has been dead for so long, it's just impossible to bring them back. It is. It's really just impossible. To where it's been about 45 minutes in total. I kept doing chest compressions, and just, he wouldn't breathe for me. He wouldn't, you know, every like, I was sitting there for like 20 minutes, and I didn't get one breath out of him. And it was just kind of sad, just sitting there, and, you know, it was just not one of my best moments. And so yeah, that's kind of what happened, why I haven't posted a video. And I probably would have posted a video by now, but then when I found my new turtle, right here, come on, if his face will focus, right there. He's my new red ear slider turtle. And he's very cute. He's very small. They're about that big. Very small turtle. And I found him at my local creek with my good friend Ethan. And around there, I was in the water, and I cut my foot pretty bad. At first, it wasn't no big deal. I've been through bad cuts before. Wasn't no big deal. and then that day it got infected. That's when it just kind of like, that was on a Saturday. Right now it's Thursday, and so we have Thursday and Friday off since Halloween. I haven't been to school this week. Yesterday, I could not put my tennis shoe on. I would put it on, and then like about like a few minutes of walking, I just like couldn't take it. My calves would cramp up just because it hurt so bad, and I just had to yank it off. Before that, I put it on, and I couldn't keep it on for more than like 5 seconds, not even walking. It just hurt so bad. Then before that, it was just hurting too bad, to where I missed 3 days of school. I'm not happy about it. I do not like missing school, really. I mean, I like school, not really, but I think it's a fun place, you know, talk to your friends and stuff. And I didn't really like that, so it was just kind of, but I just kind of like, So all that time I just kind of like hanging back, and it was just so hard because you want to go do stuff and you're like want to be active and stuff, yet it's like you can't. You feel fine. You don't even have a headache. You don't have a stomach ache. You're not sick, yet your foot is just kind of like sitting there just hurting. Or it didn't really hurt even. It didn't hurt unless I put my shoe on. And once I put that shoe on, it hurt bad. So I wasn't here for a good while. I wasn't at school for a good while. So I just kind of like, I was gonna plan on making a video, but just, I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. So, yeah, I guess that's it for this video. This was just an update video telling you pregnant Molly's turtle death, new turtle. Very, very mixed emotions. Kind of partially a sad video. But also a happy video, because also I hit 100 followers on Instagram. That is like to most people that's like small. That's like itty bitty. That's not even anything. To me though, that's huge. I have 100 people that are following me. Like, that's very cool to me. That I can share all my stuff with at least 100 people. And I want to thank all of y'all for subscribing. That are all of my subscribers, all of my followers. I want to thank all of y'all. It is just very appreciated when I get that kind of support. And I just love it when I look at a video and I see however many likes, like 3 likes. I know that's barely anything. But yet 3 separate people liked my video. That is very cool to me. That is awesome to me. And thank you guys so much for that. And like right now I'm doing like a whole strip of video. I'm legit doing a whole strip of video. I haven't cut once. Or well, I probably did cut once. Yeah, I probably did. Anyways, yeah, that's all I really have to say. I will close out with some. I'll close out with a fish meme, because you know you gotta respect your memes. This will probably go out tonight, so happy Halloween, everybody. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. It's almost been, wow, didn't realize that. It's almost been a month since I've made a video. It's very weird sitting there looking at a camera, you know. Anyways, I will see y'all in the next video. What's up, guys? The day is finally here. Or well, the day wasn't today, but it was a while back. We finally had our pregnant Mollies give birth. We finally had them. There are 2 Dalmatian Mollies. Yes, finally. 2 Dalmatian Mollies right now in my tank. I'm keeping them there. I have Big Step Straight